What the motherfuck?
Okay, it's childish, can't be no homegirl talking like that. Move white girls like this coach on my ass crack.
That guy just got so fucking highlighted. What's going on, you guys? This is Barry P, and today I'm going to talk about Fortnite and why I think that PvP is really the only reason this game will be relevant more than a month, and why I think that they're on the right track, but they could still go further. This game has a lot more potential to be unlocked. They've got a lot of really great systems in this game that they, really need to take advantage of. So Fortnite has been around for like 6 years, and obviously the only reason I'm playing it is because they just launched the Battlegrounds, or the Battle Royale mode, which is surprisingly fun. I think everybody agrees it's surprisingly fun, and I think it's just like a testament to the fact that this game needs to be PvP based. Like the whole this whole commander mission-based RPG shit. I mean, this is cool. Like when I got it for Battle Royale, I didn't think that I would actually like care to play this like single-player mode. But between games, Battle Royale is kind of tense, so I like to kind of chill. And I just popped in and tried it out, and I started like playing, and I started looting, and I was like, man, this is such great like level design. Like the cities feel great. Going into houses and looting the stuff feels great. It's like you're really searching for things, it's the shit, like the containers, you don't even like realize like, oh fuck, that's a container, I could open that. And everything, the loot system, it's random enough that you feel like you're getting new things. Like if I find like there's like these water, what are they called? Like these water barrels they put on fucking roads. I see that and I'm like, what the fuck? What is that? What does that give me? It's like, what kind of loot will I get from that? So you go over and you inspect, and there's so many different like items. There's such a large variety of items because there's these schematics, and like there's this crafting which doesn't really go on in the menu. It happens in the game, which is like it's weird to me. It's weird that there's so much of this commander stuff, but then the game is separated into your like individual map gameplay. And this gives me a really great idea, because you could talk about PvP modes all day, and everybody has a different idea, like, oh yeah, you could do base, one team has a base and another team has to like break in or whatever. It's like there's a lot of cool ideas there. I don't really want to talk about those. I just want to talk about this mission based, because this is how the game actually just works. It works on a mission based, you hop into these scenarios and you pick an RPG character type role. They all have different abilities, and they can all use the same weapons though. With this skeleton already in place, it reminds me a lot of Escape from Tarkov, which is I don't know if if you're watching this video you may not know it, but Escape from Tarkov is this type of game where it's like Prey, which is like you have this like commander center where all your loot is and all your vendors are, and you kind of progress this kind of commander menu UI. But everything that you do in the game is from launched missions. So you launch into a mission, it's like an open PvP zone, and other people can launch there too. And everything that you collect during that mission, you have to evacuate to get anything that you collect during that mission could all be lost. If you die, some other guy just grabs all your stuff. Maybe he makes it out and he gets all the good shit that you looted. But it's intense, because you get in there and it's like it's very hardcore. You want to get the items that you can find, the best items you can find, and then get the fuck out of there, but you're very careful, because somebody could be waiting around the corner, or you want to be listening for footsteps, because somebody could be hunting you and kill you and take your stuff. And I think that just fits perfectly for this game. I mean, we don't know how popular Escape from Tarkov is going to be, because it's obviously not out, but I just think that's a very creative mode. I think that Escape from Tarkov is doing that mode that's new. It's a good progression system for a DayZ style game, and I think that they could very easily just implement that into this game. But it doesn't really matter. You know, I could go all day and I could talk about different ideas and why these ideas would be good PvP modes. You know, that's irrelevant. I think that the main point is that PvP is what people want from this game, and you can tell by, you know, the viewership on Twitch. You can tell by, I mean, you know, it's not Steam, so it's hard for me to look up the Fortnite purchase numbers and player peak count, things like that. But you can tell by the popularity jump. It's PvP. People want PvP. You know, this whole like browser mode, it feels like a phone game almost. You know, like I could play this on my phone. You know, I don't really care. You know, you can skill up. This game assumably goes forever. You just do harder and harder missions, and then there's like a roaming thing where you keep trying to build bigger bases against bigger hordes of mob. You know, I think the AI is good. The AI is there is like no good survival game right now with decent AI. This game has decent AI. So what they should do is take that AI, that very valuable thing that not a lot of games are actually hitting the mark on right now, like Rust, DayZ. I mean, DayZ's fucking AI is a joke, dude. Rust's AI is like basically as bad. And even Escape from Tarkov is shitty AI. They need to take this great AI that they have for this story mode and implement it into some sort of survival PvP mode. I mean, it doesn't matter what it could be, fucking anything. It doesn't matter. People want the PvP. The looting is so fun. Like, I just play these shitty missions where like the objective is just find this fucking, you know, little portal on the map. You know, take 2 of these little like blue things you find around the map. There's like 100 of them. You know, you need to use 2 of them. Take these things, put them in there, and then you build a fort around it. You defend it. It's like, yeah, that's fun. You know. It's a little boring after a while because it's like, you know, it's the same thing, and apparently it takes a long time for you to finally get to missions where shit's like challenging. It's too much, you know, holding your hand. But what isn't holding your hand is the looting, is the shooting, it's the crafting, you know, the want to find the better, you know, find a really good schematic. And I think in a PvP mode where your only progression is, you know, getting a better schematic, getting a better gun, you know, those things would really motivate players to go out, get that schematic and be like, oh fuck, you know, I got this good schematic, you know, I need to get this evacuated, you know, so I can take it to my commander menu and always have it forever, and then the next time I'm in one of these matches, you know, I'll have that schematic, I can make that gun, and, you know, have a much better chance surviving because I got that really good gun. And, you know, when you kill somebody and they have something that's like that, you know, you're like, oh, fuck, you know, this guy was trying to do what I was trying to do last game with my, you know, the schematic I just got. You know, he was really trying to get out of here with this cool schematic. And, you know, I just totally fucking ruined it for him. But it's like, it's me now. But, you know, you can use all these systems, the building, the AI, the looting, you could put that all into one PvP mode. It doesn't matter what you do, and it'll be fun as fuck, and people will play it. With the Battle Royale, I mean, obviously, I'm sure they see how successful that is. They're going to switch their focus to Battle Royale, because that's what people want. This game's gunplay it's unique in that you're not very accurate. You know, this isn't CSGO. You know, your first tap isn't always where you want it to be. But I think that lends to this third-person kind of chunky, not chunky, but large-scale feel to the world. You know, I feel like if everybody was super accurate all the time, it would be very hard for you to accomplish anything because it's so hard to see the distance. You know, the towns are very small compared to, you know, PUBG. You know, where you have these big towns and you're like this, you know, very small point. And so, you know, seeing somebody far off it's important for you to be accurate. But in this game, it's not that important. I think that the fact that you're inaccurate lends to the strategic side of the game. It makes the third-person combat a lot more fun. And I think that'll just show in the, you know, the survival, whatever survival mode they end up landing on. I mean, the UI is shit. That's another thing that people complain about very commonly. Is like, it's way too much to look at. Even me, you know, I'm somebody who, like, I mean, I play a lot of games, so, you know, I get a lot of, you know, I get a lot of UI experience, and you know, I think that compared to PUBG, this is like the high end. Like PUBG is like the minimal UI you could ever have in terms of like the menu before the game, and this is like ridiculous. Like there's so much here. You know, I get to have all these good ideas, and that's good. That makes me feel confident that they have a bunch of people with good ideas at the studio, at the wherever the fuck they are. You know, France or something. You can argue that, you know, oh, PvP is impossible. I mean, it's not. You look at Battle Royale. Battle Royale is like, they didn't do anything. They literally stripped the game down to, you know, a few different weapon classes, because there's so many fucking weapons in this game. They stripped it down to like the basics, you know, the burst rifle, the semi, the shotguns, and the snipers, and they just made this PvP mode that's like, you know, the simple, you know, BR. It's like, oh yeah, you know, all we have to do is like create a server so that 100 people can, you know, fit into the server and it's not laggy and the connection doesn't suck, and then have them follow a circle and just PvP, and it works. And it's like, okay, if you can do that, why not just implement some more survival PvP into this game? Alright, so those are just my opinions on it. I'd like to know what you guys think, so if you like the video, you know, go ahead and leave a like. You know, and subscribe. You know, I mean, come on, you might as well subscribe if you're gonna like. And feel free to leave a comment. Tell me what kind of modes you think would be good, or what you'd like to see out of this game, because I think it has a lot of potential. And I'd love to see more modes come out. So, thank you guys again. I'll catch you later.